What's going on, guys? Jeff Kiesel, Kiesel Guitars. Hanging out today. Normally I'm super cheery and really excited. Obviously, the sad news about Carvin Audio, which is my uncle's company, which has nothing to do with Kiesel Guitars. Yesterday they announced they're closing their doors, so it's sad to hear. And I just wanted to go live and reinforce the fact, that we have parted ways, and kind of give you guys a little history about, the split and, and kind of just fill you guys in on how the guitar business has kind of gone. So to give you guys a little Kiesel Carvin history lesson. All right, so I'm going to do this pretty quick. I'm not going to bore you. So in 1946, my grandfather, Lowell Kiesel, founded Kiesel. Okay, this logo in 1946 founded the company Kiesel. Okay, my grandfather was a professional musician in Nebraska, right? And was a farmer and didn't want to farm anymore. And he was a developer of pickups, the steel guitar, amplifiers, and that was his passion. So my grandfather had a passion for guitar playing and winding pickups, and he started out selling pickups and steel guitars. That was how he started his business in 1946, and was advertising in, like Boys Life magazine and these different magazines. And, back then there was obviously no internet. So anyhow, Grandpa at some point just went down the road that everybody goes down and had dealers, right? So he signed up all these dealers. And anyhow, when he signed these dealers up, he felt like they weren't doing a good job. And this is about 1949, 1950, a few years after he founded the Kiesel company. And they didn't want to let him out of these exclusive contracts. And unfortunately, Grandpa did not have minimums set in there to maintain exclusivity of the Kiesel product. So anyhow, long story short, around 1949, 1950, Grandpa decided he wanted to go on his own, factory direct, and get rid of the dealers. So what happened is they wouldn't let him out. So the company was Kiesel. He had to then fold the company. So he had to change the name. So he folded the company and made up a name called Carvin. So again, original logo from 1946, my grandfather's logo, unchanged. And he changed the name to Carvin. What Carvin is, it's Carson, his firstborn son, which is my uncle that owns Carvin Audio, and Gavin, which was his second-born son. C-A-R from Carson, V-I-N from Gavin, made the name Carvin. So it was a made-up name. And the company operated and, for a long time. And, when my dad was a young boy, he was born in 1950. When my dad was young, he was helping my grandfather in the workshop for the guitars. Well, my Uncle Carson was helping my grandpa for amps and the electronic side. And my Uncle Carson always had a love for electronics. Didn't have, the love or the same desire for guitars that my dad did. Well, when my dad got a little older, my dad just assumed, hey, I'm gonna run the guitar side. Well, my dad gets, probably about 17. My grandpa tells him, hey, this company's not big enough for everybody here, because he had 5 boys. And it's just big enough for me and Carson. So you're going to need to make your own way in life. So my dad, goes to college, goes for engineering, drafting engineering, and is a drafting engineer. And anyhow, he gets a call from my uncle in 1970. My dad was 20 years old. My dad was living in LA. The company had moved down to Fallbrook area, not Fallbrook, Valley Center, and was down in that area. And my uncle calls my dad and says, hey, I'm not going to make guitars anymore. It's just the sales aren't there. It's not my passion. It's taking away my time. And I think, we're just going to focus on pro audio and amplifiers. And my dad says, well, wait a minute, that's a big deal, you know. We're known as, you know, Carvin guitars, and this is back in '70. And my uncle says, yeah, it's just not in the cards for me to do this. So my dad said, well, what if I came down and ran it? My uncle says, well, yeah, that'd be great. You want to do that? And he says, well, let me talk to my wife, you know, my mom. They had this conversation. My dad was married 2 years, and everybody thought he was crazy. My dad goes in and quits a job that was a high-paying drafting engineer job in LA to go down in 1970 to a division of a company that was failing, right? It was getting shut down. My dad took over the custom shop, the guitar custom shop, and ran it from 1970 still to this day. It's amazing. What my dad did is just amazing. He had the foresight to know to offer these custom options, change the shapes, you know, start doing neck through construction, you know, getting the right artists. There's my dad that wanted to advertise in Guitar Player magazine and these big magazines. And my dad pushed for all that, really helped grow the company. And, you know, the company flourished. It did really well, you know, through early 2000s. I came on the scene full time pretty much in 1995. And my focus was, you know, helping my dad, of course, but also, you know, I started in the custom shop, you know, early on when I was about 8 years old. So that would have been 87 or so. And I did a lot of different jobs there. So this isn't about me, but it's about the story and the history of the company. And, you know, you kind of fast forward and, you know, with the changing markets and changing economies, with the overseas, you know, there's a lot of overseas competition in electronics and speakers and all that. And long story short, an opportunity came up. You know, my uncle and his two kids, which both of them are older than I am, owned one half of Carvin, and me and my dad owned the other half. So we were 50-50 on that. Me and my dad were, you know, 25%. So, you know, when my uncle and my cousins, I think looking for the future, maybe the grandkids is my thought. I have two kids, so at some point, you know, I would have owned half of Carvin, and my two kids would have owned half of Carvin, you know, just by shares and the way they would flow. And then at some point, my two cousins would own half, and their 6 kids would own half of all of Carvin. This is Carvin as it was before the split in 2015. And I don't know if that's what happened or what, but anyhow, long story short, we journeyed apart. And my uncle thought it would be best for me and my dad to go on our own and focus on the guitars. And I really think they, you know, had some plans to really do some different things and maybe grow their side of the business. I don't know. And after it was talked about, and really we were, you know, kind of really heavily suggested we did that. And we finally said, okay. And we did that. And, you know, it's very fortunate we did that. You know, having said that, we split off February 1st, 2015. So almost 3 years ago, we split off. And when the opportunity came up to split off, I wanted to really go our own direction and really, you know, tout American-made, high quality. Not that we weren't American-made and high quality before, but that's been my focus. And my dad and I work very hard. We work a lot of hours. We have a great staff here, a great team, a family. You know, we really, truly love what we do. And with the split, it allowed us to focus just on the guitars. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys. You guys have seen how many new models, new options, new finishes. I mean, we've done so much, and we're continuing to do that, you know, and that came from that split. It really did. And our business really took off. It did. And I believe that's because of the hard work we put in and the focus we have and our passion, just being honest and real with you guys. And a lot of this live stuff, right? You know, treating you guys like part of the family, because guess what, guys? You are part of the family. Without you guys, there is no us. And, you know, we split off, and we were in the same building. So it was pretty weird, I'm not going to lie. Now, to go into a little bit of detail, I can't go into too much, obviously, but my other half of the family, they haven't been here. They haven't seen our new building. We've been in for a year. My uncle Carson is coming by today, and he's going to come check it out. I talked to him yesterday on the phone, and, I didn't talk to them much. I mean, just to be completely honest. And he's going to come by today and check things out. He said, hey, I got nothing else to do. And so we invited him to come by, and maybe we'll take him out to lunch or something. But we haven't been to their building. They never were here. It is what it is. It's family, it's business. Those of you guys that have been in with family businesses, I probably don't need to say much more than that. There can be some trying times, it's hard. Having said that, me and my dad get along awesome. I mean, there's very few times we, say anything back and forth that is not like super excitable. In the future for us, one thing that I really have always been concerned about is the future for my kids, a future for myself, obviously. And, we're paving that way, Kiesel Guitars is very healthy. We're doing amazing. We're having record sales. A lot of you guys, I don't need to tell you that. You already know. You guys read the post. You see the NGDs, the new guitar days. You see all the new artists. You see all the new models. See everything we're doing, right? But I just wanted to go online here, live with you guys. Talk about the fact that Carvin Audio is shutting their doors. It has nothing to do with us. I mean, I feel like people are still confused. I think some people were under the assumption that it was a different division. It was not. Kiesel Guitars is and always has been, once we split in 2015, a totally different company. Like different owners, different city. Well, finally different city. We've been here for a year. But there's no dual ownership. There never was. When the split happened, it was, it was a separation. It was a split. It was a divorce. I mean, let's call it what it is, right? So, it bums us out to see them not going on and not seeing the Carvin name. I guess for myself, I would rather see them shut the doors rather than, take the company to China. So, I think that would be an even sadder day than them shutting the doors, right? So at least that didn't happen. But again, that just wanting to go on record here, just so you guys understand, we have nothing to do with them. Aside from the fact that, we were a company together at one point and we have the same last name. That's as close as it ever is for the business. So, it's a bummer for them. I feel for them. Hopefully they have a plan and ideas. My uncle is 71 years old. He's going to be 72 next year. So it's great. He gets to retire. I mean, man, how long is he supposed to work, And, he was going in. I don't know the work history of any of them once we left, obviously, or once we split off. But, my uncle would put in a lot of hours at times, and he made a lot of great decisions. What's going to happen, I don't know. I'm sure he's okay with everything, I'm sure. To let you guys know too, I love making guitars. Love where I'm at. I love making guitars. My interest and my passion is not on audio gear. It's not that it never was. I did sell some of the largest PA systems the company ever sold. I have a lot of knowledge there. I would hand wire everything, get everything perfect, custom cut cables for customers, give them, info descriptions. Some of you guys maybe were my past customers. I would outsell everybody on the phones. I knew the products very well. But what was awesome about the split was I got to just dive in 100% on guitars rather than, working through all the different departments. I got to focus just on my main passion, my main love. And, you guys have seen that, it's been very transparent. We went from, doing some really cool stuff every once in a while to cool new stuff all the time. Carbon fiber rods in every neck, heat stabilized and treated necks so that they are consistent when you're on the road. New, more modern shapes, taking our older shapes and modifying the arm cutaways, the belly cutaways to give better comfort. I mean, we've done so much of the product, and my dad's done some of the things, but shoot, I've done a lot of it, right? And that comes from being here, being in the saddle, spending a lot of time listening to you guys, caring and saying, hey, you know what? I want to make things better. And so that's my goal, right? That's always been my goal, is to give you guys something better. I have no interest in figuring out how to make a guitar cheaper to lower the price and lower the quality. No interest. Doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. So, is there going to ever be a Kiesel that's going to be, $700? I highly doubt it. Just to be honest, it's not what I'm into. Could I see having a Kiesel pedal someday? Yeah, maybe. Could there be a Kiesel tube amp? I don't know. I'm not going to say no. But I could tell you this, there's not going to be PA gear, in my building here, I'm at maximum capacity. I'm 21,000 square feet. I love what I do. I'm super happy. I have no interest on trying to delve into, other areas and dilute my focus. So I just, want you guys to hear it from me, right? That we're doing awesome. And the sad news came up with Carvin Audio, and I just need you guys to understand that, we're not the same company. And, part of the separation, of course, my concern, always, you're leaving, it's like, well, what's going to happen to them? What are they going to do? And, going to the Kiesel name allowed us to distance ourselves. It's a combination of a little bit of a business move, and if something like this happened. And the other side of the coin is, man, I was close with my grandfather. And we started as Kiesel. We need to be back to Kiesel. We started as a guitar and pickup company. And guess what? That's what we are, a guitar and pickup company. The irony there a little bit, right? Kiesel started and was founded as guitars and pickups, and now that's what we are. Now that's all that's left, right? With Carvin Audio going under, that's all that's left. So anyway, it is what it is. Again, I think they're having some sort of a liquidation blowout sale. So if you guys want to support them and get some of their products while you can. I don't know what's going to happen with warranties, guys. So don't ask me. I know nothing. The only thing I knew was when I talked to my uncle yesterday, shortly before they made the announcement, he filled me and my dad in and just let us know they were closing the doors. So I don't know any details. So, we probably all know about the same amount, right? You guys, maybe I know slightly more. Obviously, I have the backstory and all the little information that I can't share, of course. You guys probably get that one. Yeah, there's not going to be a Kiesel branch in Asia, Giovanni. Man, I'm proud to be American made. I'm proud to make everything right outside my office door here. And I'm proud that I come in every day to check on the operation and work with my people. I'm all dirty. I was just back there. We were cutting a bunch of tops. I am doing a guitar run. What a guitar run is, it's a limited option group and a limited amount of guitars based on the Vanquish shape, guitar and bass. So I was back there working on some tops, prepping them to show customers that are in the run group, what tops are available. So part of the run is one of those stages you get to pick your own top. Pretty cool. But again, this isn't a sales thing. This is just me wanting to go live with you guys. I felt like I needed to go live. I thought about going live last night. I figured I'd let it sink in, go a little further, get a little more reach for those people that haven't heard about Carvin Audio. I didn't want them to hear it from me prior to them, because obviously our social media, we got 1 million followers. I think they're about 40 some odd thousand. So I didn't want to be the guy to tell everybody. So wanted to, let you guys know, here. But yeah, I'm going to read a few of these comments. Never considered the whole Carvin Kiesel name change until now. So thanks. Sad day for sure. Still have an old Carvin catalogs from late 80s. Yeah, Mo, it was hard. We tried to get the name out there more and let people know. And I even was getting magazine companies calling me yesterday. Hey, man, sorry to hear. I'm like, sorry to hear about what? I'm like, oh, yeah, we have nothing to do with them, man. Like, I've told you, like, talk to some of the people and let them know in detail, like, totally different company. You hate to use the words divorce, but think of it like a divorce, right? It was a brand separation, a company separation, a totally different entity going completely different directions. Obviously, thank God, we're going the direction we're going, right? To have gone the same direction, that would have been terrible. Would the company have been around if we were still there? I don't know. Would we have gone down with them? I don't know. Like, I don't have those answers. But, the company didn't make it 3 years without us. It made it 71. And when the guitars and myself and my dad mainly, he was there since 1970. You pull my dad out of the equation, you pull the guitars out of the equation, it didn't make it 3 years. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. I don't know their financials. I don't know what went on. So, it is what it is. Nothing planned for an acoustic line. Let's see here. We still offer a DC 125. It's a 127 with a neck pickup delete. I love the Vanquish too, Eddie. Yeah, man, get in on the entry level Vanquish run. Yeah, it's starting at $1,000. Kiesel card. No, I'm not going to be doing the 48 or 36 month, Steven. How that works is they charge us. So they're going to charge me 7, 8, 9, 10% to offer that promo to you. I make 10% on the guitar. I'm not going to do it to not make any money. You know what I mean? Full circle for me and my dad. That's for sure. That is for sure, Renzo. Yeah. Sean, it is sad to hear, man. Where can you buy my amplifiers? I don't sell amplifiers, Carlos. I was just explaining that. I'm Kiesel Guitars, Carvin Guitars. I make guitars and basses. That's what I do. I think you hear from magazines because they have not actively marketed. Yeah, you're right, Ben. There still will be Carvin Guitars. I own Carvin Guitars. Me and my dad own Carvin Guitars. We're Kiesel Guitars, but we own Carvin Guitars. Green Chrome still happening? Yeah, I got to figure that one out. Sounds like you guys dodged a bullet. You can call it dodged a bullet, or, we are in business. I think we are good businessmen. You can call it what it is. So in my opinion, everything in life happens for a reason. It's my opinion about life. Been a while, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. Trevor Slater, dude. Now your comment's gone. Bummer. Our powered mixture just started having issues, dude. I'm sorry, brother. And I don't know what's going to happen, Jesse, with warranty service. I don't know if they're going to keep some people. That's a great question for them. I would like to know the answer to that myself. I'm curious. Troy Rice, dude, you got to get in on the run still, brother. Are you totally retiring the Carvin brand? No, Jeff, we are not retiring the Carvin guitar brand. We own it. We're proud of our history. I believe Kiesel is the direction that we need to focus on, because that means higher quality and a better product. That is what the Kiesel name means. The Carvin guitar of the past is not as well built as the Kiesel guitar. I feel we have made so many strides and so much progress that Kiesel is the premium name. It really is. Yes, Craig Kiesel model is going to be still offered, of course, and it is branded as a Kiesel. Look forward to seeing continued success of Kiesel guitars. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate it, brother. The best bass. Thank you. Why don't they just sell the company instead of a close? I don't know, Jason. I have no idea. That's a question for them, man. And if you add that 10%, I don't know what that means, Steven. We're amped about Kiesel guitars. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for the support. I may have to add a Kiesel to my inventory soon. That would be awesome, Luke. We'd love to have you join the family. That would be really rad. Is Carson going to retire? Greg, I think that's the plan. I mean, I don't think Carson's ever going to retire in the sense of doing nothing, because he wants to keep himself busy. I know he has some properties and some stuff like that. I think he still grows avocados. So retire, yes, from the business, but I don't think, from doing things, that he loves to do, obviously. Oh man, it's like the comments, you guys, here, I can scroll up. I didn't even know that. Will you continue to be awesome? I mean, I hope so, Scott. I mean, I'm going to be a real person and just be real with you guys. Think Carvin brand guitars will suffer in value? Not at all. No. Nick Orr, sad to hear. Yeah, it is, brother. Let's see here. Rory, I'm going straight to the website after this. Going to check out the bass lineup. Thanks, brother. That would be awesome. And if you're into the Vanquish bass, we have that run going. Fred ordered a Vader 6-string fretless bass a couple weeks ago. So excited. This will be my 4th. Dude, that's awesome, Fred. Thank you, man. That's so cool. Dustin, hey, man. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you, dude. It's been a while, man. I haven't seen you in a bit. Jarrett, when does the first pedal drop? Dude, this is all very, very new. Again, nothing in the works. I would love to have a pedal at some point. I have nothing in the works, no plans. What more could we ask of Kiesel but to make awesome guitars? Thanks, brother. So how do we see the Vanquish run, Jeff? If you search Kiesel Vanquish run, it's a group, and you can join it and find out all about it. Hey, what's up, Robin? How are you? You need to come down and hang out. Kenny Martin, I'm new to the Carvin Kiesel world. I'm just purchasing a DC 150 1975 model, and I love it. Dude, that's awesome. Thanks, Kenny. Very cool. Glad to have you. What amp brand do you prefer? A good friend of mine is Kyle Rhodes. I was chatting with him a bunch last night. We hang out together. I love his amps. I think they're some of the best amps, if not the best amps ever made. KSR, they're not inexpensive, but you get what you pay for in life, So that would be my jam. Or, Mesa Boogie. I've always loved Mesa. When does a Vanquish run in? Manny, it ends when we sell out. It opens tomorrow. Sean McClure, I'm glad you are not retiring the Carvin name. Nah, man. I mean, it's been history for us. Maybe do a solo run next. Have no clue, no plans. I don't think that far ahead. Can people order a Kiesel guitar with a Carvin logo on it? Absolutely not. No. Once we've made the progression and we've built the quality that we have today, I feel the Carvin name, no offense, guys, nobody get offended. I own both brands. It is not the quality that Kiesel is. It's a fact. I mean, I'm paying more for my woods. We're putting dual carbon fiber rods in. We are putting more quality, more American-made hardware, everything on the guitars. They're better guitars. I'm not going to go backwards. You can take a Carvin logo and swap it to a Kiesel, but you can't go the other way. Kiesel names means much more. Such a brilliant brand and outstanding instruments. Can't wait for my V7. That's awesome. That's really cool. Thanks, man. I'm glad you ended up splitting off. I love your guitars. Me too, Ryan. Thanks, brother. I can't decide what I want. The most, Vader, Vanquish, or an Aries. All three? LOL. All three, brother, but Vanquish first, dude. We start the run tomorrow, dude. Get in on the run. Pricing starts as low as $1,000. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. Glad Kiesel Guitars is doing well. Me too. Thank you so much. Any hope for acoustic line? No. Just to be honest with you, it's a totally different set of machines, tools to be able to bend and steam bend and all that. Not my jam. Just to be honest, buy a Taylor. They're really rad. Waiting on my second. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Having major gas for the Vanquish run, but I have to save my cash for next week. Oh, dude, Sean, you do, brother. The 17th, man. Can't wait to see you. James Mahoney, sorry to jump on the post, but can you explain to me the electronics? No, brother. I mean, this is not the right thing. you know, they were active. Now they're passive, like Jason used to have. Call my guys. You call them. They'll tell you 858 guitars. Now I can't even scroll any higher. Love to see the V440 come back. I love my Kiesel Vanquish bass. Let's see here. Cool. My 1990 Carvin V is amazing. Never got an answer to this. Is there a reason why extended scale isn't available at the Floyd? It's not that they're not available. It's just a very limited market. We can do it. It's non-returnable. Call my guys. What about your left-handed line? Dude, I make every guitar in left-handed. Call my guys. And we don't leave you out with extra charges either. Next year, I have budgeted 2 open 2 and 12 strings. That sounds awesome. That'll be cool, Tim. Kiesel to me is very much the future of guitars. Man, thanks, Billy. That's so rad. High quality American made with new school style and classic appeal. Thanks, brother. My wife wants a pink Kiesel violin. That's awesome. That does sound cool. My grandma played violin. You know, both my grandparents were musicians. My grandma played for the church, and my grandfather was a professional. My dad played in bands. I played in bands. My kids have played in some bands. You know, we are the musical side of the family, you know, I would say. I'm glad you guys are doing well. I just switched to Kiesel guitars this year, and I am planning on getting another Vanquish ASAP. Thanks, Hal. That's so awesome. Steven, can you add the 10% to the price of the guitar that the card companies? No, I don't want to do that to you guys. No, and I have to do a certain amount to be able to offer it. My son, Jason, hey, what's up? What's happening? Jason is the man. We love Jason. Good to hear from you, Cookie. Can I get an Ozite finish? I don't know what that is. I never get to try their bass amps and heads. Sorry, brother, I don't know what to tell you. You're a true class act, Jeff. Thanks for all the updates. Thanks, Lynette. I'm glad you guys think so. I'm just trying to be real, and I don't sugarcoat anything. I just speak right from here. Sometimes that gets me into a little bit of trouble there. Happy to see my buddy Billy Gray from Fozzy playing the Kiesel. I still love my CS6. That's awesome. Resin-filled tops might be enough to get me in on the run. Troy, dude, they're sick, man. Like, I can't even tell you how sick they are. Sad, moving in a new direction within months, going to music, follow up on my own question. Are you interested in hiring motivated, inspired, shop experience music lovers? Dude, we're always looking for good people, Steven. Come in and apply. Danny, don't have the funds for a bass yet, but what woods would you? Dude, I can't. Man, I got so many questions coming in. Sorry. That'll be on another one. Sad news, my first tube amp was an X100B. Yeah, that was a rad amp. Steve I played that on Blue Powder. Do you offer a neck profile similar to the Wizard? I sure do. It's our thin neck profile. Matt Fowler, got my second Kiesel a few weeks back. It's amazing. Everything I expected and then some. Love it. Hell yeah. Love it. So I started off this feed very, you know, melancholy, and man, you guys have cheered me up. I love you guys. You guys are just the best. Sorry, I don't understand it from Argentina. Kiesel Guitars ends. No, Kiesel Guitars. Kiesel Guitars is amazing, doing awesome. Carvin audio, the amps and the audio is no longer. Kiesel Guitars, here for life. Kiesel for life, that's it. Boom. California cover top run. Nope, I've done one, and I won't do another one. So sorry. Working for a band last week. Both guitarists use beautiful Carvin DC727s. That's awesome. Should keep the legacy design. Dude, I don't own that. I don't own anything with Carvin audio. They own that. That's not a me thing. So again, I'm going to recap because I feel like some people have logged in recently. Kyle Rhodes is on. Dude, my man, brother, what is happening? I love that guy. So what has happened? It's a sad day yesterday. Carvin Audio announced they're closing their doors. They're done, okay? That company was owned by my uncle and his 2 kids. Now, my 2 cousins. We split off. So Carvin, so if this is Carvin, last year, 2015, Carvin split, right? Kiesel is us, me and my dad. We owned half of Carvin. We split off, and Carvin formed into Carvin Audio. My uncle and his 2 kids owning it. We have nothing to do with each other, literally nothing. Separate buildings, separate entities, separate cities, separate staff. There was no commingle. So there was no dual ownership. We didn't own any part of them. They didn't own any part of us. In fact, neither of us had been to each other's facilities at all, ever. My uncle is coming here today, my Uncle Carson. But, it was a company separation, a brand separation, lack of a better word, a divorce, right? So it was so we could focus on our expertise, right? We can focus on Kiesel guitars, making them the best guitars, period. And they were to focus on Carvin audio and amplifiers, making them the best, period. We're doing amazing. I'm happy to announce we're doing amazing. Record sales. I have 54 custom shop employees. When we first split, I think I had 45. So I have more staff than I've ever had. I want to say 9 of my people here were with Carvin Audio at one point. I will be hiring maybe 1 or 2 more. So hopefully, employing more people there. It's sad. Those people are going to lose their jobs. Some of them have been with the company 20, 30 years and they don't have work now. So that's sad. It's a bummer. But again, I can't say this enough. Kiesel guitars, Carvin guitars has nothing to do with Carvin Audio. So the closing isn't going to affect us at all. Aside from, the feels, right? It's a bummer to see them go out of business, right? That's a bummer. But it doesn't affect us from, financial obligations. No, it affects us in no way, shape, or form, aside from it bums us out, right? But we're going to keep going on. We're going to keep kicking ass. I feel like we are kicking ass, and I'm going to keep kicking ass for you guys, right? Building new stuff, building, guitars like just next level, really cool options, really cool finishes. And I listen to you guys, I love what I do. And, to be honest, since the split, man, I've loved coming into work every day. Wasn't always like that, and man, I love what I do. And you guys know that. You guys can see that. Like, I'm a real person, and again, I get into trouble because I'm real. And sometimes it puts me in a bad situation, but I'm not going to tell you something that I think you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. It is what it is. I'm the kind of guy, you either love me or you hate me. And if you hate me, then, quit following us. It is what it is, I'm not going to try to do something to earn your affection or loyalty or support. Either you're going to support me because you want to and support our brand because you want to, or if you don't think I'm doing the right thing, you think I'm the worst or whatever, then go somewhere else. But those of you guys that are here and support us, man, I love you guys. And I'm just going to always be a real dude, always. So you're always going to get that. Let me see. Let me scroll down to the bottom. Let me get some of the last few comments. What are resin tops? Lonnie, that's a great question. Here's a resin top right here. Again, it's not showing up on this video very good. It's very pixelated. But these have a lot of pearl resins in here. This is all like crushed pearl and resins, and they are absolutely devastating. If you guys go to the Vanquish page, so if you look up Kiesel Vanquish Run, you can find out more information about and what these are and see examples. They're awesome. Yeah, the Greg Howe model is crazy. Eric Markham, thanks, brother. Again, it's you don't have to tell me sorry. Tell them sorry, right? Yo, Jeff, I was a Jackson addict, but I got my first Kiesel multi-scale, and I'm in love. Very, very impressed. Thank you for the great work, man. Amazing. I love it. Can't wait to order another. Sad about Carvin Audio, though. Danny, thank you, brother. I love this whole thing. Just that's my favorite. My favorite is hearing these stories about you guys trying our products for the first time. I love it. It's awesome. Kyle Rhodes, dude, I love you, man. Looking forward to seeing you and hanging out. Scott, dude, what is up, brother? So, guys, you guys have heard about me doing colored fretboards, right? My buddy Scott, that just commented on here, has the very first colored fretboard. I built him a 6-string purple bass with a purple fretboard in 95 or 96. So a lot of guys will try to say, oh, you've just started doing that recently. Nah, man. I've been doing that a long time. Byron, most underrated guitars on the market. Thank you. Todd, dude, that's awesome, man. I mean, dude, that's representing, brother. James, dude, everybody has a reason, you know, like someone will justify it based on X, Y, or Z. It is what it is. I'm just not going to be a fake guy for anybody. I'm not for sale, you know? Yeah, I hear you, Jared. Maybe, you know, 15, Eric Markham, 15 Kiesel / Carvins and still going strong. That's so rad. Robin, you're doing well because of your authenticity. Thank you. I feel like that's truth, you know. I think there's a lot of truth in just being real. 3 Carvin guitars and an 880 PA system. Thank you for the years, Carvin. Well, I can tell you, you know, we're still here for you for guitars, brother. Why would you ever start your own? Would you ever start your own amp business? No plans to do that, man. Especially when my buddy Kyle Rhodes is making the best amps ever. Good morning, all. Any news on the resin top photos? Yes, I have some resin top photos. In fact, what do you need, dude? I'm live right now.
These right here. You want me to cut this at an angle?
A little bit, yeah. That's fine.
Get rid of that.
That's fine. You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, not on all of them though, because
just
I'm
the
not.
Ones with the spots.
Well, not even on all of them, because I might be starting at the bottom and then you're doing it for
right. But I don't know.
Let me wait. Let me wait. I'll get back with you on that. Let's see here. Kiesel hands down makes the most beautiful guitars. Thank you. What happened with Carvin amps? I missed it. So TJ, they made an announcement. They're closing their doors. So they have some limited stock, I guess, and they're running some blowout sale, some liquidation sale, but they are closing their doors. Again, Carvin audio and Kiesel guitars has nothing to do with each other. Okay. If you are still confused, I would recommend when this live feed ends, watch it from the beginning, because the first 5 minutes, I give you guys a little history on how it all went down. Or shoot, I am busy, but I'm going to give you guys a history again for those of you guys that logged in late. Okay. So here it goes. So my grandfather, Lowell Kiesel, in 1946, founded Kiesel, right? Original logo, 1946. That's why the 46 is on my hand, if you guys have ever wondered. And this is my grandfather's original logo, untouched. Okay. So it was Kiesel. My grandfather was a professional guitar player. Okay. Hawaiian lap steel guitar player. He'd play on the radio all over the place, right? And anyhow, he developed and started the company for amplifiers. For guitars and pickups. That's how the company started. Then he got into amplifiers, right? The company was founded for guitar pickups and guitars. So long story short, my dad as a kid worked for my grandfather building guitars and helping my grandfather. And my dad's older brother, Carson, helped my grandfather do the amplifier stuff. Well, no secret, my uncle grew up and he was a big fan of amps and electronics and all that. Well, my dad was a big fan of guitars. 1970 rolls around. My dad is not working for the company. He's 20 years old, living in LA, and the company is 150 miles south, just up the street from where we are in Valley Center. And my dad gets a call from my Uncle Carson, who at the time it was my grandfather and my Uncle Carson, and then they had some employees, but that was the only family working for the company. Actually, I got to backtrack. I forgot about the name change. I missed that one. I did a better job the first time. So company was Kiesel. My grandfather had dealers signed up, distributors, and they weren't doing a good job selling the product, and he thought he could do a better job. Long story short, he had to fold the company and make a new name up to go on and sell direct to get out of his contract. So he took the Kiesel brand name and folded it in about 1949, 1950, and changed the name to Carvin. Carson, C-A-R, Gavin, V-I-N, his first 2 born kids. Made up name, Carvin. And we operated till 1970, you know, like that, really without a whole lot of changes, you know, just the company growing and adding staff. Well, in 1970, my dad gets a phone call, and he's a drafting engineer in LA. And my uncle says, Mark, I'm not making guitars anymore. We're gonna stop making guitars. We're gonna focus just on electronics. My dad says, whoa, wait a minute. You know, would you have any interest in me coming down there and taking it over? My dad's only 20. And so my uncle says, yeah, that'd be great. So my dad talks it over with my mom. They make a big decision to move 150 miles, not knowing what the future is. Here's a part of the company that's not doing good, getting ready to get shut down, and my dad saves it. My dad doesn't just save it. He saves it and makes it into what it is today. Wasn't for my dad, my personal opinion is the company would have been gone a long time ago. That's my opinion. As a fact, I don't have anything to back that up. But, you know, we were known as Carvin Guitars. Yeah, we sold a lot of PA gear, a lot of amps, all that, but we were known as Carvin Guitars. And my dad put a lot of hard work in. So did my uncles. Not saying they didn't, but my dad was the hardest working Kiesel, period. You ask any of them, they will say that. He was the hardest working guy and still is. He still works super hard. My dad is 67 years old. My uncle, his older brother, Carson, is 71. So, you know, third generation, more of my dad's brothers get hired onto the company, and the company flourishes, does amazing. And then somewhere in there, you know, third generation, me and two of my cousins, you know, start working for the company. And my focus was always guitars, you know, from 8 years old all the way through now, where my cousins never had anything to do with the guitars. They were in the amp and electronics side. And not saying they didn't have an interest in them. You know, I had an interest in audio gear as well, but our main focus was always in our own little areas. So long story short, 2015, February 1st, we announced the split. And when we split the company, it wasn't a different division. It wasn't like a spinoff or a different division or any of that. It was, you know, brand separation, company separation, divorce. I mean, really, you know, I mean, I hate to use that word, but I think it paints a clearer picture. We went our separate ways, right? You know, they're in a city that's, you know, 15 miles from us. Again, we've never been to their building. They've never been here. My uncle will be coming here at about 11 o'clock today to come take a tour and check some things out and see us and stuff. It'll be good to see him. I haven't seen my uncle since the split, or since when we moved out of that building. I haven't seen him. So it'll be good to see him. Yeah, I mean, we weren't getting together for like family gatherings and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't seen, you know, my uncle. So it'll be good to see him. You know, I feel for him. I'm bummed that they announced they're going out of business, but I'm happy he gets to retire. He's 71. He's worked hard. I mean, you know, how long do you have to work? So many hours. I mean, he was, you know, out of all those guys over there, he's working the most amount of hours. You know, why at 71? I mean, me and my dad worked very hard. We put a lot of hours in. But you guys can see that. I mean, I tell you guys that, but I probably don't need to say it. You guys see all the new products. We don't have a designer. It's me. It's my dad. We are the designers. We don't have engineering. It's us. You see something new, that's us. So, and maybe you're like, well, you're the reason why the guitars look like that. That's right. I am. Maybe you don't like that. It is what it is. But anyhow, long story short, you know, I just wanted to go live and let you guys know that the shutdown of Carvin Audio has nothing to do with us. In no way, shape, or form is it going to impact Kiesel guitars. Again, the only thing it's going to do is make us sad, right? That's it. So it is what it is. All right, from the top here. Big fan of Kiesel Carvin family since '99. 3 guitars, 2 vertical, 2 12s, 2 PA, 24 channel mixers. Sad day, but happy you guys are safe. And what you do best, full steam ahead. Thanks, brother. Thank you for repeating the lesson for us latecomers. No problem, dude. I mean, Carvin is no longer making basses and guitars. So, Aaron, Kiesel, that's me and my dad, we own Carvin Guitars. So we are Carvin Guitars. So Kiesel and Carvin Guitars are the same, right? Think of it like General Motors. That's Kiesel. We own Chevrolet. That's Carvin Guitars. Think of it like that. So I know it's a little confusing, because you have Carvin Audio over here. That's amplifiers and audio. That's one company. And Kiesel guitars and Carvin guitars are over here, right? So we're still going, hopefully, for life, right? Let's see here. I'm not going to answer Purple Heart questions, Ruben. Sorry. Embrace it, Jeff. I guess. Your guitars rock. Thanks, brother. Keith Miller, what's up, dude? How are you, man? Guitars are a work of art, bud. Thanks, Danny. What's going to happen to Carvin guitars? Nothing, brother. We're still here, dude. You still buy Carvin guitars from us. It's Carvin audio and amplifiers. They're done, right? Carvin guitars, good to go. Way to be upfront about this. Very cool. Thanks, Sean. I've been getting a lot of people hitting me up like, hey, is it true? Like they go to the website, Carvin's website, Carvin Audio. They're not getting enough information, but they've seen other things. So, yeah, I mean, I wish they would have done something like this. It is what it is. I mean, they really never have done stuff like this. So, I mean, I guess why start at the end? It is what it is. DN model's going to come back someday. Yeah, dude, I do them still. You just got to call in, and they're bucks because I hand make them. Adam, I don't know about an amp. I would say the only way I'd be willing to do a Kiesel amp is if my buddy Kyle Rhodes made it for me. Kyle, maybe a question for the future. You never know. Joe Giardino, dude, what is up, man? How you been? I remember you. If you're the same Joe Giardino, I think you are, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a bummer. But again, basses, guitars, all that, it's totally safe. No worries there. Are you hiring some of the? I have, Kevin. In fact, over the last year, 2 years, they've done quite a few layoffs, and I've picked up. I think I have 9 Carvin Audio employees right now, and I will be probably picking up a couple more. Yeah. I don't know, Andrew. You have to wait and see, brother. This is not a this is not a Vanquish Run group. Jared, the resin tops are available on my Vanquish Run. So Mark Bondurant, what's up, dude? I'm not going to get into how much for this or how much for that. I'm sorry, guys. This is John Suki. What's up, brother? My man. This is really, just to talk about the Carvin audio and Kiesel guitars. Does anybody have questions pertaining to that I could answer? Let's see. Hey, thanks, Vincent. I appreciate it, man. Brett, me too, brother. Me too. Let's see. And what Brett was saying, so glad you and your dad made the business decision to be on your own so the future of the guitars are secure and unaffected by the audio portion. Totally agree, brother. Unrelated to Carvin Audio, but tomorrow's Vanquish Run. Yeah, they're all there, dude. They're all there. My grandpa's all Carvin amps, basses, and guitars. He will be bummed. Well, Kevin, he will be halfway bummed. How about that? Because half of what he has is still going strong. Time to strategize, Kyle. That's rad. Yeah, looking forward to hanging out with you and Kristen. Me and Sean were talking about it. It's going to be really rad. Let's see. Bundy is going to be sad. His stage rig is all Carvin and Kiesel guitars. I know a lot of people are going to be bummed. Let's see. Andrew, way to go, dude. You should have known better, man. Aaron Bergner, I love my Carvin gear since I first bought my bass combo amp in early 90s. Since then, I bought Carvin basses and other amps cabs. Love the BRX, so I'm glad I did it, but sad that's an end of an era. Their amps are built rock solid and built to last. Hope to see Kiesel maybe take on some of their amp production. Hint, hint. Not going to happen, brother, just to be completely transparent. I don't have the room, and I just don't have the interest. If I was going to do an amp, it would have to be everything I want in an amp. So I wouldn't be taking an existing design for sure. What up, Mark Bondurant? Someone's ready for a Kiesel edition. Let me get through this run, and we'll be talking. Any thought about inlays? Yeah, I think about inlays all the time. Lefties at NAMM? Yes, I will have one lefty guitar and one lefty bass, so you are not left out. Kiesel buying Carvin amps? Nope. Will we still be able to get Carvin logos on headstocks? Absolutely, yes. On the models that are branded Carvin, you will still be able to get a Carvin logo. But models that are branded Kiesel, those are Kiesels. You cannot change the logo on a Kiesel to a Carvin. but you can change a Carvin to a Kiesel. Favorite memory before the split? All my favorite memories are going to be involving my grandfather. My grandfather was the best. Him and my dad are they're such awesome people. They really, really are. I mean, everybody says how awesome their dad is or how awesome their grandpa is. Mine were the best. I mean, I've known a lot of people in my life, and I wish I could be as good of a guy as my dad is. He is literally the best. He was the best dad. I'm not as good of a dad to my kids as my dad was to me. No way. I can't touch that. I'm leaving, my dad's example and impressions. I mean, you're molded by your parents for sure. My work ethic and the hard work I put in. I was molded by my dad. My dad didn't put up with anything. He didn't let me cut out and go wakeboarding and do all these other things that were fun, that as a kid you wanted to do during work. But man, he pushed me. He pushed me hard and made sure I towed the line. And I have that work ethic now because of him. So, hey, quit adjusting that, Jesse. What are you doing? Someone's in my computer adjusting it, the live feed. Let's see. So everything's going to be around my dad and my grandfather, and I'll do that another day. Let's see here. Whoops, I just scrolled the wrong way. Where was I? Inlays. Carvin guitars models are still made. Yes, they are. Are you going to own brand name Carvin Audio for possible use in the future? Nope. Why did Carvin Audio go out of business? Who exactly owned it? I don't know why they went out of business. I would assume low sales. I don't know. My uncle and my two cousins owned Carvin Audio, where me and my dad owned Kiesel guitars, Carvin guitars. Will Kiesel pick up the legacy amp? No, we will not. Where is Steve Vai going to go? I have no idea. I'm sure a lot of amp companies are hitting him up right now. So repairs and parts for amps are non-existent moving forward. That's a Carvin Audio question. I don't know. I literally know nothing about their business plan. I hope they don't just shut down and burn all their customers. I hope they're going to do warranties. They're going to do servicing. They're going to keep some stock to swap people out that have things that don't work. I hope they're going to do all that. But I can't speak for them. I don't know. Please pick up. Yeah, I'm going to pick up some of their employees, but I have no plans on doing Kiesel amps. Let's see here. Left out, puny. I don't know what that means. Lefties, if you're referring to that, I do offer all my guitars and basses in left-handed, and I am bringing left-handed guitars to NAMM. So I don't know if you missed that or not. What do you look for in an amp? I like tube amps for sure. My favorite amp probably is the R's from KSR. It's probably my favorite amp. I was trolling your videos before the split, and you can see how energetic you are now compared to them. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, you're right, brother. If you watch my videos prior, I was not in the same mental state, I wasn't. I mean, Sean's got a good point. I didn't think about that. But, yeah, if you watch pre-split videos and split videos and post-split videos, I'm a different person. I'm much happier. And, when you're happier in life, you show up to work every day happy. It doesn't matter how much you make. Literally, it doesn't matter. I am driven here by passion and my love, not for any dollar signs. That's why sometimes I'll tell you guys, I'm not going to build this for you, because the money doesn't matter if I'm not going to be stoked on it, or if I think it's going to be, bad or, a bad thing to do. Let's see here. Man, I got to keep scrolling down. I'm like, thank you for revolutionizing the guitar industry. Man, thanks, brother. That's awesome. Staying up past midnight in Singapore to hear you talk, Jeff. Thanks for keeping the instrument bit alive. 2 kick-ass LB basses from you in 2 years. Also, where is the no buzzer? I don't know what the no buzzer means, but thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Ben Jones, Jeff, all that you have learned about the family has absolutely transferred me into Kiesel guitars. Love the company because of the family feeling. See you in January. Brother, I can't wait to see you, man. Ben Jones is one of our artists, Kiesel artists. Awesome dude, great player. Do you know when we can start buying the liquidation products? Any ideas? Brother, I would assume now. I mean, I don't see why they'd be waiting any time. I'd say if you head over to carvinaudio.com, I would assume all sales are final, no warranty. You know, I would assume, but again, I don't know. I would just, you know, make sure before you click buy, you understand what you're getting. And, you know, that I would assume all sales are final. So, again, maybe a phone call to them. I don't know. Maybe an email. I have no idea. Maybe posting on their Facebook page, asking these questions. I would think they'd have to answer them if you did that. I don't know. What you said about your father, I couldn't relate more. If I become half the man father my dad is, I'll consider myself. I agree. Totally agree. I took my Dragon Burst SH6 with the JB headstock on vacation, and the folks were going nuts over it. I bet, dude. That's a sick guitar. Steve Ekstrand, love hearing you talk about family. It's why Kiesel Guitars thrives. Thanks, brother. You know how I am about family, dude. And I'm a family man, and I'm very passionate. Sometimes I get myself in trouble, my passion and my enthusiasm. Can you do the moonwalk? No, I cannot. Vanquish for the win. Where can I see you play guitar? I don't know. Probably not here today, though. Probably not a good place for that. If you made a 5-string guitar tuned in fifths, I'd be all over that. Awesome. Puny as in funny, LOL. You said left-handers won't be left out. Ah, punny. I like a pun. Got it. Rad. Thinking about buying a Vanquish bass soon. Can be come down to showroom just to try them out. Yes, you can come down to try them out. I am doing a Vanquish run. I would encourage you to get down here today or tomorrow. You got my dream job, brother. Keep doing it. Thanks, brother. Hey, Jeff, thanks for doing these videos. I have to agree, Kyle makes the best amps ever. Just want to say your guitars are not only the sexiest made, but also the best quality. Thank you. I feel like, you know, we keep striving and making a better and better product, and that's what it's all about. That's why I'm here. They're already out of stock on all the amps. Oh, wow. Damn. I really believe you can keep Carvin alive. Well, yeah, we are. I mean, we are keeping Carvin alive. Carvin guitars. What's happening with the pickup line? The pickup line is getting discontinued, and that's even my dad. My dad's like, Jeff, it's time. They don't sound as good. That's the guy that created them. So it's time. So you can still get them. If you love those pickups, buy them and save them for a rainy day. Let's see. Tony, I hope you're well. Still love my Kiesel, and the biggest surprise was how amazing the pickup sound. Thank you. Boom. That is the best comment to follow the M22 C22 comment. Yeah, they're awesome. They're my favorite pickups. Guys, I'm an honest guy. My favorite pickup prior was a Lundgren, a $200 to $300 pickup. My favorite pickups are lithiums now. One day I'll get an Aries from you guys. Might drive from Canada. That would be awesome. Coolest Kiesel tattoo on your hand there. That's right. Kiesel representing Grandpa, you know. That's it. Kiesel for life. That's it. Any post I can see you play guitar? Maybe. We'll have to see what happens. Where can you get a Kiesel in the Midwest? Hard to find out here. Well, Wayne, luckily for you, I sell factory direct. What that means is you're buying from me and my guys here, getting exactly what you want at a price that's amazing. If I sold through dealers and distributors and all that, you would pay 2.5-fold what a Kiesel is. So instead of $1,000 price tag, you'd pay $2,500. That's how it works by the time they make all their markups and their margins. So KieselGuitars.com, call 858-GUITARS, check us out, join the family. We'd love to have you. Let's see. What is the guitar hanging on your left side behind you? Looks like a maple fretboard. This is a Vanquish. This is part of my Vanquish run. This is one of the options. This is a Poplar Burl top and a very sexy guitar. You can see the shape. It's got a bevel all the way around it. Very sexy. Antique ash backside. This is one of the options for my Vanquish run. You'd be looking at a base price of $1,700 to get into something like that for my Vanquish run. Pretty amazing. You can find out more information if you search on Facebook, Kiesel Vanquish Run. Join the group. find out more. Let's see here. Do you put photos of basses in the building process on Facebook? We do, but not like you couldn't, Donna, you couldn't say, hey, I want to see mine at this stage. But we do put up process photos. It's just, you know, are you lucky enough to get one? I don't know. Have you ever thought about doing a Vanquish headless model? No, I haven't. I mean, I've had people suggest it, but so are all the Carvin and bass guitars going to be labeled Kiesel or now Carvin? Well, the Kiesel models are going to stay Kiesel, and the Carvin models will probably stay Carvin. So, yeah. Wayne, all right, cool. Thanks for the info. Would love a shark tail Kiesel. Huh, I don't know what that is. How about adding SSS or HSS pickup configuration for the headless guitars? We actually have them. You just have to call in, brother, but we can absolutely do that for you. Love the Poplar Burl. Me too, Brian. Jonathan Jordan. Dude, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Lithium for life. Beard for life. Dude, I got to get my beard like yours. For years, I always used to want a Lundgren in my guitars. It was awesome when I found out you were coming up with your own designs. You knocked it out of the park. Thanks, Jeff. Jonathan Jordan. He's one of our Kiesel artists, okay? And he was a Lundgren fan. Lundgrens are great pickups. Look at that. Lithiums. Awesome. Love it. Stock pickup. Competing with a $250, $300, $400 pickup. That's rad. Edmund, 2 more weeks till the 8th week mark for my V6X with Buckeye Burl top. Can't wait to see what you've picked for me. It's awesome, brother. Philip, can you install custom pickups on your bass guitars? We really don't do a whole lot of that on bass guitars. You can call Keith. He's my bass expert, and he might be able to walk you through some of that. Best thing about Kiesel Carvin is all the money you save and not needing to buy tuners. Love my TL DCAE guitars. Always in tune when I pick them up. Love. Thank you, brother. Big secret to that is the right neck. Mikey! My brother, what is up, dude? I love you, dude. Just woke up seeing your beautiful face on Facebook. You're the hardest working person I know. Stoked you're doing well. Love you, brother. Tell your pops and family I said hello. Keep it up. Brother, I love you too, man. I miss you, man. I miss seeing you. Hope you guys are doing well. I've been seeing some of your Facebook stuff. Bittersweet here, you know, with the, the shutdown of my uncle's company, Carvin Audio. But, definitely sweet for us, being on our own and not being affected by it. But dude, good to talk to you, man. We'll have to catch up. My VM6 is the only guitar that gets played now. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear. Sorry I never calculated, but are the in-stock guitars priced exactly the same, or is it spec'd out the same or manually? Sometimes they have a little bit extra discount, the in-stocks, but they're priced about the same. What is your favorite guitarist and bands? I'm not going to do that one, dude. That hurts feelings. Harrison, what up, Jeff? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing awesome, brother. Have anything close to trans trim? I have something better than the trans trim. I have the Hipshot Kiesel contour headless trim system. It's really rad. You should check it out. So check out the Vader with the trim. It's awesome. Yes, Steve, Carvin Audio, which has nothing to do with Kiesel guitars, Carvin guitars, which is me and my dad. Carvin Audio is my uncle and his 2 kids. They're out of business, yes. Let's see here. Love lithiums on the SH6. Dude, they're rad, man. Like a Randy Rhodes Kiesel. I don't know what I'm not planning on doing anything like that. I want a Carvin V3 head. How can I get one? Dude, I have no idea, brother. Like, if you guys are asking questions about Carvin Audio to my guys here or us, it is literally the equivalent of calling up Ford and asking about Chevy. I mean, it literally is that black and white. Like, I have no idea. I know nothing. I know as much as you guys, but I have all the backstory that completes the whole story. That's the only difference, right? But I don't know moving forward what they're doing, what products they have, what products they don't have, if they're doing warranty, if they're going to service things. I don't know. I know nothing. I know nothing, Colonel Clank. I don't know. I just don't. Sorry. Let's see here. There will be a huge hole in the market with closing of Carvin Audio. I always found great products with all the Kiesel Carvin products. Sad to hear the news. Rock on. Yeah, I love lithiums, but I'm sad to see the X100B go. Yeah. Lithium pickups are legit. This coming from an active EMG pickup user. Well, I was pleasantly surprised. That's awesome. Very cool. That in-stock SCB-7C is so rad with the custom burst, the 7 A-top neck. Very tempting. Dude, you should do it, man. That thing is sick. Don't own a Kiesel, but always love the live Facebook from the workshop. Hope I get one soon. I hope you get one soon too, brother. Any plans for semi-hollow bases along the lines of the Epiphone? No, no plans. I'm sorry to hear that that your uncle. Sorry to hear all that about your uncle. Glad the guitar company is still doing good. Yeah, me too, brother. Love what you did with the guitars. Thanks, Marco. Bought a used Kiesel bass. It's my favorite bass. Any Kiesel bass you recommend? Noah, I would recommend you check out the Vanquish bass. And what I would do right now is I would join the Kiesel Vanquish Run group. So if you Google or if you search out on Facebook, Kiesel Vanquish Run, we are doing a special run on Vanquish models, guitars, and basses. The special actually starts tomorrow morning. So definitely check that out. You're going to love it. I mean, I think the Vanquish 24 fret bass, awesome active electronics, awesome Kiesel radium pickups, bolt-on neck construction, great access with the 5-bolt ferrule design. So this is a guitar, obviously, but the bass has one additional one right about here. And you can see how great, let me turn it this way. That would make more sense. You can see how great that access is. So on the bass, it's very similar. I would check the Vanquish out. I think you're going to be stoked. But guys, this isn't, an infomercial about the Vanquish Run. This is sad news about Carvin Audio shutting their doors and letting you guys know that this in no way, shape, or form affects Kiesel guitars, Carvin guitars. We are doing amazing. We are separate owners. There was no dual ownership. This does not affect me and my dad at all. Doesn't affect anybody here, as a matter of fact, at all, in any way, shape, or form, aside from the sad feelings we have. But guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to run. I'm going to get back after it. I wanted to spend some time this morning. I felt you guys deserved a little more than, a couple sentences. So I wanted to, instead of just posting a couple sentences about it, I wanted to take my time out of my day to go live with you guys and talk to you guys about the sad news and let you know that we're good to go. So that really it was important to me to know that the future of Kiesel and Carvin guitars was going to be safe, right? And like I said, everything in life happens for a reason. So you can look at it as a bullet dodged, or you can look at it as everything in life happens for a reason. Guys, I'm out. Thank you guys for your time. As always, thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. You guys have questions about the guitars, call my guys. Love to have you join the family. 858 Guitars, we're ready for you. We'll see you guys.